Good morning. Let's do a Monday morning mental health tip, right? Because I used this morning. I use it every day. And some days I use it more often than others. But my pastor this morning was talking about something and it reminded me of this. And he was talking about self assessing, where if you're not assessing yourself, you're not discovering where the enemy knows that you're weak and where you're susceptible to being attacked and everything. And anyway, he was talking about this thing and how he got all upset. He was on the road and he got all upset and he was like, why did this upset me? Like, what happened today? And he backtracked. And I was like, I literally do that every day. I do it all the time. And so this is what that looks like. If you are being triggered, if you are being stressed out or having anxiety about something, and sometimes you know what it is, but a lot of times for me, I have no idea. I'm stressed out and I'm like, what's happening? What is the thing? And so I backtrack and I start going, okay, what happened before this? Because this isn't big enough to cause this level of anxiety, or my anxiety or stress or whatever's happening is irrational and disproportionate to what's happening. So, like, what's happened? And it's usually very subtle, little things. So I'll backtrack and I'll be like, okay, well, there's this happened earlier, and there's this. All these little things that are subconscious or subtle that I absorbed, right? So I go, okay, well, first of all, this doesn't belong to me. This is God's responsibility and this isn't mine. Second of all, this I am having fear about just irrationally, and it's not something that I even if it happened, I don't need to be stressed about it. I don't know why I'm bothered. This God is totally in control of. This I didn't like that, but do they really have that kind of power over me? Like, they don't. Like, you have to backtrack. You have to be like, what did I absorb? You have to assess yourself so that you know where you are weak, where you're susceptible, where you're not paying attention, and so the enemy comes in like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour, and you're weak in that area, so he tries to devour you. You understand? And you have to assess what's happening so that you can let it go, give it to God, make a better decision. Sometimes we walk around as Christians just being blown by the wind willy-nilly by the enemy without assessing anything in our lives. And the common denominator is us. The common denominator is us. We don't manage our stress. We allow bad relationships. We make poor decisions. We say yes when we should have said no. We hold higher importance to things that should not have that high importance. We make things irrationally big or fearful that really don't need to be there. We have our priorities completely skewed. And because we don't assess any of that, we go through our lives going, well, this is wrong and they just did this and I don't ever get good opportunities and they don't like me, and we just do this in our lives because we never do this. What's the common denominator? Well, they don't need to be in my life. I don't need these friendships. I need to go to bed earlier. I need to look for a new job, or I need to not give this the importance that it has. I don't need to be stressed and anxious about like Wyatt's little sore on his foot. We just need to get a bigger cone of shame, which we did this weekend. I mean, like, why do I hold these things that instead of doing this to everybody else, stop, backtrack, assess yourself, go through the things that you need to release, that you need to let go and change, and get back to here. Get back to God, grab back onto the Lord, let everything else go that is not yours to hold. Take a deep breath. He said, we don't just need to be teaching in the church about deliverance. We need to be teaching in the church about discipline through the Holy Spirit. And I was like, yes. Because we make bad choices on how we deal with stress. We go to habits and things and people that do not belong in our lives, and we don't learn about the common denominator of the choices that we get to make that add to or detract from the stress and anxiety in our life, right? Deep breath. Everything's okay. I promise. I love you. And I mean a peanut. Oh, also, why aren't you subscribed to my YouTube channel, Cornerstone Couch? Go right now, Cornerstone Couch, and subscribe. Support your sister, please. And go to the playlist. I've got all of my Gratitude Chronicles videos, the Promise Diary videos, and I'm in the middle of uploading all of the faith files. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I'm still deciding. So anyways, I love you. Mwah. And I mean it, peanut.